Good morning. Hello. Oh, wow. Good morning, everybody. All right. Well, welcome. Thanks for hopping on. Happy to be here. Just in case you didn't get the memo, I think most of you did. Just for the rest of this week, so today and tomorrow, I'm just teaching this 10 a.m. class so that I don't get a little overly run down, number one. And two, we're just trying to keep the afternoon open to be able to have some helping hands if need be, or not if, but when need be. And it's just our way of doing that work and that yoga, and still being able to do this as well. So thank you for letting me find the sort of division of labor there that works for everybody. And yeah, most of you know if you missed this 10 a.m. class, it's no big deal. It posts onto the IGTV. It just goes right into our feed directly after. And then I always post it on the YouTube channel as well. So if you miss night class later on tonight, it's okay. You can still take it. You know, dial up something and watch it. And then next week we'll probably go back to a little bit more of our regular schedule. But here we are. So I won't take any more of your time talking at you, and we'll get practicing. We've been doing all kinds of different things this week. Some slower practices, some meditation. Yesterday, we got our bodies moving again, and so I think I'd like to stay with a little bit more movement today, but also make sure that I'm not rushing us at the end so that we get some time for slowing down, doing some finishing postures, and maybe closing with just a few minutes of meditation today as well. I think would really do us all some good. So that's kind of the plan. I'm going to try to give you pretty well-rounded practice. We'll do some shoulders, we'll do some hips, we'll do some spinal work, and see if we can get a little bit of love in there as well for neck, shoulders, all this stuff that tends to get kind of tense and tightened when things are tense, right? So let's begin just in a child's pose today, or if you'd rather stay seated or start on your belly, that's okay too. Just want you to pick a place where you're really comfortable, and then drop your chest, your head. Even if you're in a seat, if you want to walk your hands forward and add a little bit of a fold. And I'm going to have you guys stay right there for just one moment. There we go. Remember that if you want to turn some music on, feel free to put on whatever inspires you. I am teaching without music these days just to guarantee that I have a class to put out there for you. It's really annoying and disheartening to teach a whole class and then have them take it down because there's music in the background. So put on what you like and just sink back, relax. Wherever you are, you're going to start off with the foundation of the practice, which is the breath, right? Just like anything else in life, you want to have a strong foundation underneath whatever it is you're doing. So start by building your foundation. Take a few moments to just simply notice how it feels to breathe. Notice that you are, in fact, breathing right here, right now, on your mat. And then work with the understanding and know that that is all you have to do. Everything else is truly optional. So if you wanted to stay right here and breathe for the next 50 minutes or so, it is a full and true yoga practice all in its own. after you've found the rhythm of your breath, just start to work on lengthening, work on deepening each inhale, and each and every exhale. Let the sound and the feel of your breath start to fill out. Make sure that you can feel your back, your chest, your belly moving. Expanding, contracting, rising and falling. Good. Maybe just 4 or 5 more breaths right here. If you're in child's pose, it might feel good to rock your head. If you're in a seat or on your belly, you can do the same thing. You can just roll your chin from one collarbone to the other. Start to loosen up the back of your neck, all the while still focused on the breath. Two. Good. And then next inhale, slowly bring yourself up. All right, come onto your knees. If you're in a seated pose or on your belly, you'll find your way however you want to get here and meet up with us when you're ready. And then let's turn the hands around. So we're going to flip the palms. There you go. Rocking a little bit forward and back so your fingertips are pointing in towards your body, and then just let yourself rock a little bit to get the feel of loosening up the creases of the wrists, the elbows, all the way up the forearms. Next time you rock forward, add a cat stretch. Pull your chin in, around your back, and then rock back, let your belly drop, lift your chin, there's cow. If you want to tuck your toes, you can get a little toe stretch going there as well. Round forward and exhale. Push the space between your shoulder blades up. Rock back, inhale, tilt your tailbone, toes tuck, get a little foot stretch. A couple more times, just moving with your own breath now. Back and forth. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale. Cow stretch. Good. One more time through cat. And then just release. Shake out your hands. Reset the palms back down. All 10 fingers spread wide. Good. Toes tuck, and this time we'll lift up and back to our first down dog. Start to warm up the backs of your legs. And lift and lower the heels, and then let them swivel side to side. And just marching through the feet. Alternating the bend in your knees. And right away, we'll start to walk it slowly up to the top of the mat. Exhale into a forward fold here. Just let yourself soften. Release. Notice if you're holding tension in the shoulders. Just let the arms be loose. Sometimes it helps to really just keep shaking them out a little bit. Same with your head. All right. Again, today we're going to do kind of a completely different style of salutation. So we'll add in some elements of a normal sun salutation and then some extras here and there. So come on up, halfway lift, inhale, just hold that for a moment. Remember that a half lift might be all the way up here for some of us. You can touch your knees, your thighs, or your shins, otherwise fingertips on the ground, long flat back, stretching all the way through the entire back side of the body, and then exhale, fold and release. Good. Again, half lift. Exhale, fold and release. One more time, just to get us good and warmed up. Inhale. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Good. Take it all the way up to stand tall. You're going to sweep the arms up overhead. Palms can press. You can put your hands behind your head or maybe behind your back. You're just going to do what feels good to you here. A little chest opening, soft heart lift, maybe a baby back bend. Maybe you need a little side stretch. I'm going to back up just a tad. So keep doing your thing there at the top of your mat. There we go. And then on your next exhale, when you're ready, we'll dive all the way back down. Half lift and lengthen. Now, if you're right at the front edge of your mat, take a big step back so that you've got a good foot or two in front of you. Lengthen. On your exhale, toes stay tucked, and you're going to drop all the way down to your knees, right? So set your knees down, toes tucked. Inhale, come on up. Good. Put your hands on your hip or just support your low back, and then just lean back a little bit. So this isn't like camel pose. We're not going to do a back bend. We're going to lean back and feel your quadriceps engage. Wait until your legs really get strong. Imagine squeezing something between your inner thighs and then take your hands out toward me. Inhale, shift your weight back up. Exhale, rock it back 5 times. Bring it up. Good. Notice here that I'm not sitting down. I'm just rocking back. Try to keep your body stiff like a board. 3. Good. Keep moving. 2. Warming up, doing a little bit of strengthening work in the low body. And 1. Then take it forward. Hands on the mat right there. Exhale into that cat stretch pose. Inhale, cow. Let your belly fall. Tuck the toes again, up and back, downward facing dog. Stay right here. Inhale. Step, walk, or hop forward to the top of your mat. Excuse me. Half lift and lengthen. And exhale, fold. 2 more times. Inhale, half lift. Pardon me. Exhale, fold. 1 more time. And release. Take it up to the top. Inhale. Again, you get to do whatever feels good. And maybe right now you take that little step back just to leave yourself some space at the top of your mat. Side stretch, back bend. Find your movement, whatever it is that's inspiring to you today, and stick with it. And then release. We'll take a dive back down. I'll meet you at the bottom. Half lift here. Exhale, drop down. Put your knees on the ground. Keep your toes tucked. Inhale up. Hold on to your hips or leave your hands out in front. Rock with me 5 times. 1. 2. 3. 4. Rock back. And up. 5. Good. Hands down on the ground. Take a step back with your knees if you need to, just to make sure you've got some space for that cat back stretch. Inhale. Drop the belly, cow, tuck the toes, back to downward facing dog. This time we're going to add on. Inhale out to a high plank. Maybe you need to step your feet back a little bit. Reset your hands at the top of a push-up. Inhale. Good. Let's take it all the way down to the ground on the exhale. It's a little bit different here. Instead of up dog or cobra, we'll take it into locust pose. Big variation today. Just take everything up and off the mat that you can possibly lift. Yeah, make yourself like a big letter X and breathe. 3, 2, 1. Slowly sweep your hands back, palms up. Take 1 ear down. Rest for a moment. Next inhale, chin to center. Lock your fingers behind your back now. Interlace just above your tailbone, and on the inhale again, lift. Feet can stay apart or you can zip them together. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Other ear down. Let the shoulders soften. Palms up. Big toes can fall together, heels apart. Good, last but not least, chin down, now bend your knees. If you're able to find your feet without much work or trouble, then great, hold on to your feet. If you can't quite get them, that's okay. You can still bend your knees and act like you're grabbing your feet, right? Just as long as you've got enough strength to hold your upper body. If you'd like to take it up on your next inhale, you've got a hold of those feet, lift your chest, exhale, kick. Hold, doesn't have to be a huge bow pose. Think about this more like opening up your heart and stretching your shoulders. You can even try to let your thighs and hips relax. That's 2 and 1. This time swing your arms around front, stack them up there, take a resting breath in and out. Draw your hands back alongside you. Good. Press up all the way to child's pose for an exhalation. Good. Rock it up to hands and knees, back to downward facing dog. Step, walk, or hop to the middle of your mat. There we go. Half lift, exhale, fold. Just once now, all the way up to the top. Little bit of time here for your own shapes and creations, doing what feels good in your body. And we'll keep moving up on our feet for 3. I'm getting ready to take it back down into... Eventually meet me in a forward fold. We're there on 1. Half lift. Lengthen. Crouch and curl. Set those knees down on the ground. You need to take a little hop back. Take a hop back. Come on up. Last time through. Toes stay tucked. Belly stays pulled in. Just like you're between 2 panes of glass, right? My friend Jerry used to call this thigh dancing. But definitely engaging the legs. Doing a little bit of work here for your inner thighs, your quads, your booty, all that good stuff. 3. Take it back again. 2. One more time. Challenge yourself. Take it back. Now hold it, hold it, hold it right there with me for 5. Don't give up. 4. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Rock forward. Land like a cat. All 4. Stretch your back. Drop your belly. Inhale, reposition if you need to, step back, tuck the toes, up and back, downward facing dog. Forward to a high plank on your inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down to the ground. Elbows stay tight. Good, open yourself up. Big lift is first. Shalabhasana, locust pose. Just one big inhale to the top. Exhale, release, sweep the hands back. Take an ear down or just set your chin on the ground if that feels better. Set up for the next one. Hands behind when you're ready. Fingers locked, Baddha Hasta. Inhale, lift again. Second version of the locust. All the way through the inhale and then relax on the exhale. Soften for a moment, release the tension. Bend your knees, set up for the third and final. Reaching for the feet or grabbing, Dhanurasana bow pose. Inhale, up goes your heart. Exhale, little kick back. 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Hands alongside. Press it all the way up and back to child's balasana. Big breath out. Moving on. Let's shift the weight up. One more time from tabletop to downward facing dog. Stay right there in your down dog and take your right leg just up and back behind you. Again, it doesn't have to be an overwhelming down dog split, just enough to maybe open your hip if you'd like. A little soft rotation there. With the hip, the knee, the ankle. and then swing and step through. We're gonna go right into a warrior sequence. So as you step through, let's take it to warrior 2 today. Back heel comes down, and we're gonna come all the way up. Since we warmed up our legs with our sun salutation, we're probably feeling a little bit more ready for this big warrior position here. Sink in, inner thighs engaged, quads and glutes are working here. Breathe, finding that familiar heat in your low belly, energy across your heart center, from your fingertips to your fingertips, good. Reach up and back, reverse your warrior. Side body stretch on the right. We'll stick with that for 2. And 1, as you exhale, take it to side angle, maybe just the elbow on the thigh. If you need a little support, or you can reach down further. Now the left side body gets the stretch. As long as you can be right there through the ribs, from your fingertip down to the outer edge of your back foot. Keep that line of energy here for 1 more big breath. Good. Exhale, release. Both hands hit the ground, back knee comes down as well. Sweep the arms up, crescent lunge. Palms press overhead. Let's make it a prayer twist on your breath out. We're going to come across, hook your elbow, press your palms. Now, if you really want to come up off the bottom knee here, absolutely, you can do that. But make this more about the spinal twist. Don't worry so much about your legs for a moment. Work the rotation in the spine. Good. 3, 2, 1. Hands release. Half split comes next. You push the hips back. Fold over your front shin or thigh. Little flex of your toes. And if you want to go further, you can always slide your heel further out. We're going to do this a couple of times, so you don't have to make any big changes right now. There'll be another opportunity coming up if you want to work toward your splits practice. And then we'll release, shift your weight into your front foot, take a big step up to the top of your mat. It's okay to be right at the top now. We're done with our lower body strengtheners. Exhale, fold. Right side twist. Bring your right arm up on your inhale. And exhale, fold. Left side, stretch up. And release. Knees bend. Utkatasana. Arms reach up. Fierce pose. Stay right there. Scoot back just a tad. Palms press overhead. Right side twist. This time hook your elbow. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Inhale. Don't give up. Hold it right there. Over to the left. Hook and breathe. If you can't get to the outside, you can always put your elbow between your knees, right? Palms pressed. Take a look at those knees. Don't let your right one come way out in front. Keep them side by side. 3, drop the tailbone. Rotate deeper. 2, 1. Release. Hands on the ground. Half lift. Now you can take it through full vinyasa, step walker, hop back. Chaturanga Dandasana, just halfway down. Go all the way if you'd like. Up dog or cobra, big back bend or little back bend, and downward facing dog. Long sequence there, but we'll put it together on the left and then we'll flow it through once on each side. Left side, open up your hip, take a little bit of time to move your left knee, ankle, hip joint, whatever feels good. Let the shoulders move around a little bit as long as it doesn't feel like you're in an unsafe position. And then when you're ready, swing and step through, plant your plant your left foot, drop your right heel. All the way up and open, Virabhadrasana B. Been trying to put a lot of those warrior postures into some of the movement we've been doing throughout this week, just because they're such powerful postures, right? You cannot make a warrior 2 and not feel alive. You have to, right? You have to engage your body. You have to be present in this posture. So make sure you've got your shoulders stacked over your hips. You're sinking a little bit deeper. Fingertips are alive with energy. Hold the lower body and stretch up and back, reverse warrior. Viparita, Vira, Bhadrasana. Inhale, 2. 1, take it to side angle. Parshva Konasana. Any version. Elbow on the thigh or the knee, or fingertips are reaching perhaps a little bit lower for the ground. You can gaze out to the tip of your right hand or look up and underneath. 3, 2. Now take your gaze down. As you pivot on your back foot, set the knee on the mat. Arms reach up and over. You've got that deep lunge position. Anjaneyasana, palms press overhead. Maybe there's just a hint of a back bend. And then take your elbow all the way across your knee. See, notice there I have to help that action in my body. So if it helps you to push your knee a little bit past the center line, you can get a better hook of your elbow and then use the two into one another to find your leverage for the twist. 3, 2, 1. Slowly unwind. Hands on the ground, push it back, flex the toes. Half splits, Ardha, Hanumanasana. So again, we're really working our way through the whole body. We've got some lower body strengthening work, some lower body stretching here, getting into the hamstrings, all the way up through the back side of the body. We've been doing some spinal strengtheners. We're getting some good rotation and twisting in here as well. Even a little bit of back bending here and there. We'll do some more back bending at the end. Let's take that flow through one time each side. You're going to step to the top of the mat when you're ready. Feet end up right next to one another, and exhale, fold. Let's go left arm up first in the twist here. And release, swing to the right, inhale. Exhale, fold, knees bend, sit back, arms come up. Palms press, twist to your left. Inhale. Exhale through center, lift your heart up, don't fold, stay with it. Around to the right, take a deep breath in. Work the twist on your exhale out. Back to the middle. Now take a bow. Here we go. Halfway lift up. Step, walk, or hop back. Up dog or cobra, pull through. Chaturanga, through to your back bend. Downward facing dog, right leg up high. How about one knee to the nose? We'll sneak a little core strengthening in there as well. Good. Kick it back up. Inhale. Step through. Warrior 2. Back heel down as you rise. Full exhale to sink a little deeper. Reach back. Inhale brings reverse warrior. Exhale takes you to side angle pose. Stay for the breath in as you make a long reach through the side of your body. On your exhale, pivot on your back foot, put your knee down. Arms come up on the inhalation. Twist to your right on the exhalation. Pause. One cycle of breath in and out. Release the hands down. Inhale, shift the weight back, flex the toes. Exhale, fold a little deeper, or maybe you slide that heel forward and sneak into your splits for a breath or two. Again, just taking a quick pause right there, and then we'll release. Slide yourself back if you need to. Shift your weight into your front foot. As you step up, let your back leg hang up behind you just for a moment. Gentle standing split pose. And then release, both feet side by side. in. Right arm reaches up. Now listen, if you just want to stay with a little twisted fold like this, that's great. If you were hoping we got a balance pose in today, send your right leg back as well, and then open up your chest and your heart and make a little half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Release. You close all the way to a forward fold and relax for a moment. Feel the hips and shoulders. Completely release. And then left side twist on your inhale. Or maybe send your left leg back. Lift to make sure that you're really in that pose with the strength of your core. And then release. Back to your forward fold. Exhale. Knees bend, arms come up. Rotate. Take it to your right. You can stay right there. If you want another balance pose, maybe you send your left leg back and do a little twisted warrior 3. Woo. If you're a side crow person, you want to drop your hips down and plant your hands off the right side of your mat. Lean out, see if those feet lift up. You got some options. Otherwise, there's nothing wrong with just holding a good deep prayer twist. We're not here forever, just for 2. And 1. Okay, this time, go ahead, take the forward fold and release for a moment. Just get your head down below your heart. Maybe an exhale out the mouth if you're starting to feel a little warm. All that twisting can certainly heat us up. And let's do the other side. Knees bend, reach up. Remember, you're going to get to do all of this one more time. So if you didn't get something in this first time, you can try it on the next round. Hook the elbow. Start there. Maybe you want to try sending that right leg back, doing a little twisted balance work. That's always been a tough pose for me. Maybe you just want to drop down. See if you can twist your toe stand a little bit. Option to make that side crow here as well if you want. Whatever you're doing, you're still breathing for 3, 2, 1. Slowly release into a forward fold. Reversing rise. We're going up to the top. Just to stretch everything out. If you want to get a good standing back bend in, now's the time. Or maybe a little bit more side bending. Eventually, fold to the bottom. Half lift and lengthen. Take your vinyasa here, step, walk, or hop. Lower chaturanga, up dog or cobra, back to downward facing dog. Listen, drop to your knees. Let's do mandatory water break, cool down here before we finish with the left side. And after that, we're gonna cool it down, do a little meditating, call it a day. So make sure you hydrate. One of the easiest ways to take care of yourself is to make sure that you drink plenty of water. Stop a couple times throughout your day and just ask yourself, when's the last time I had a glass of water? When's the last time I took a deep breath? When's the last time I stepped outside, put my bare feet on the grass, right? Those little things are some of the simpler ways that you can take care of yourself, especially in these times where, you know, it's not easy. It's not like you can go get a massage or do a workout at the gym, or, you know, there's still plenty of ways to take care of your body, but sometimes the simplest ones are the ones that we overlook, right? Just staying hydrated, breathing, making sure that you connect to your body in some way, shape, or form, which you're all doing right now, so good for you. How about a couple full exhales here before we move on? Just let yourself rest. Maybe close your eyes. Try to take any tension, again, out of the back of your neck. Rock your forehead. You're too warm for child's pose. Just sit back in hero. Then you can do the same thing. Roll out your neck there. All right, let's do it. Let's give it hell. One more time through. Here we come. From downward facing dog, hips up nice and high. Exhale completely. Left leg lifts, deep breath in. Drive that knee forward on your exhale. Back up, breathe in. Step through, warrior two. Plant the foot, drop the heel. Inhale, wind it up and open. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper into the posture. Good. Reverse. Get back. Viparita. Exhale to side angle pose. Stay for the breath in as you reach really long. And then as you exhale, drop the knee. Find your foundation and work the arms up. Another opportunity for a little back bend right there. Good. And then palms come together. We twist. Take it to the side. Inhale again. Get all of your exhalation out. Release and drop your hands, either side of your front foot. Push back. There's the prep or the half split. You can stay and fold, or maybe you want to slide out. Check in, see how your splits are feeling. If you don't have a splits practice, that's okay. It's no big deal. It's not about the posture. It's about whether or not this shape encourages you to breathe, right? If it doesn't, it's overwhelming or it makes you feel like you're doing something unnecessary, then don't. Pull your heel back towards you. When you're ready, shift your weight, come off that back knee, take that step and let your right leg just float up behind you for a moment. Standing split to breathe. And set your feet down side by side. Maybe a little bit of space between those big toes. Good. Left arm reaches up first. Now if you want to make that same half moon, you go left leg back. If you want to twist your half moon, go right leg back this time. Rotate, work on your balance. See if you can come up off those bottom fingertips a little bit. There we go. And then release. Switch it out. Left hand down, right arm up. You can go right leg back or you can go left leg back. Half or twisted half moon. I still think this is the most challenging yoga posture for me of all time. It's a tough one. Never seems to get any easier. Set your feet down. Exhale, bend your knees. Arms come up. Last time through, we'll take it to the left first. Hook the elbow, put it between the knees, get it wherever you need it to be. If you want to add in some other things here, dropping to a toe stand, trying that side crow again. If you really want a tricky pose, you can try to keep the twist. This one's real tough. And then you try to shift your weight onto just your left foot and send your right leg out in front. It's a tough one. I always fall out, but it's a good way to work on building up some serious strength. Release, take a full forward fold exhalation. Here's the last teeny bit of hard work. Let's do it. Knees bend, again, fierce pose. Utkatasana, stay down low, make your twist to the right. Stay there, option one. Option two, maybe you get a little lower. You could work that balance pose. You could take side crow, or same thing here. Keep the twist going, and then you feel your weight slowly shift, and you see if you can send that left leg out in front. Falling out is highly recommended, right? Because at least you tried. That's what that means. It doesn't mean you failed. It means you tried. When you're finished with whatever you're doing, meet us in one last forward fold. We'll exhale there together. Let's finish this baby off with a full sun salutation from top to bottom. Inhale. Bring it all the way up. Exhale. Uttanasana. Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen. Last chaturanga of the practice right here. Step, walk, hop it back, lower. Up dog or cobra. If you want to stay a bonus breath or two there for one more good back bend, feel free. And then downward facing dog. This will be the final down dog as well, so enjoy it for a moment. And then when you've had enough, you can just jump on through or cross your ankles, take a seat, sit down. Cross-legged posture here. Have another sip of water if you need one. Okay. Let's breathe and meditate here for just 2 minutes. It's not an eternity, believe you me. Although it can seem that way sometimes. But it's really not. And I'm not asking you to shut down your brain and not think about anything at all. I'm just asking you to take 2 minutes and observe your thoughts. Don't try to categorize them or organize them or do anything with them. Just notice what's going through your mind. And if it feels like something that you can loosen up your grip on, your mental grip, loosen it up a little bit. Maybe that thought will make its way out of your mind. Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll just bounce right back. Doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong way to meditate. You just have to work on it. It's a constant process, right? So I often recommend closing your eyes and at first just getting really focused on your breathing. Start with the closest place to your body. I always begin with my nostrils, right? And I just notice if I can feel my breath in my nostrils. Can I feel a little bit of movement there? Oftentimes you'll feel some warmth. And then I try to make those breaths coming in and out a little bit deeper. Really just focused on the breath. And start to hear the sound of your breath like wind or waves. Start to feel the way that your chest and your belly move. Begin to notice the play of air on your skin. Slowly unplug your senses one by one. Let the sounds of the world around you just fade off like you're turning down the volume. Try to let go more and more of what you can feel on the outside and instead start to notice what you feel on the inside. Start to narrow in your focus. By slowing down your body and your breath, you've now, without even knowing, slowed down your mind. And so just begin to watch the thoughts move through. If nothing in particular comes to mind, that's okay. Notice what your reaction is, and then try to let go of that reaction. then for the final few moments, just begin to cultivate some peaceful, happy thoughts. Some good energy, some well wishes. Positive intentions. And be sure that you send these same positive energies out into the world around you. To the world within you. And to all beings everywhere, may they be happy and free. And let your eyes open back up. All right, come right on down to your back. We're just going to do a quick bridge pose. And maybe a happy baby or a plow for those of you who want it. Once you're down on your back, you can set your feet down on the ground, walk your heels in a little bit closer, and then just pick your hips up, send them high. If you want to get your hands underneath and support your hips or lock your fingers together, that's really up to you. It's not necessary, but it can feel really good. If you want to make a big back bend here and push all the way up to a full bow, you're welcome to do so. I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to stick with bridge, but you know your back bend better than anyone else, so do what's right for you. Keep breathing. And slowly release. Exhale back down. Untuck your shoulder blades. And kick up your feet. Bring the knees in for a quick squeeze. And extend your legs. And if you feel like rolling back quickly into a little plow pose, you sure can. If that doesn't feel like a good idea for your neck, your shoulders, or your spine, then just stay right here. Reach up, grab the feet, take it into happy baby, and rock it gently side to side. If you're upside down in plow or shoulder stand, eventually come down, take a happy baby of your own, and then any last little finishing touch that you might need here. And we still got plenty of time to make sure that we weren't rushing these finishers today because they are important. So maybe a spinal twist. If you wanted to take fish pose, or you wanted to do maybe a little bit more inverting here, you could just slide up against a wall, throw your legs at the wall, you could put a headstand in, whatever seems like the most appropriate way to wind it down your postures. Right, and then eventually, just making your way into your favorite shape for Shavasana. I'm going to go bottoms of the feet together, knees open, and rest in Baddha Konasana. I turn my palms up today because I just need a little bit of extra energy. Feeling a little bit pooped out and worn down, so I'm gonna take that hand position. If you want to do something that's a little bit more internalized or calming, you might put one or both hands on your body, your belly button, your heart center, or somewhere that's just comforting to you. Any comfortable shape for Shavasana is fine. And then let your breath go. No more work to be done. Still nowhere else you need to be, nothing else you need to do. Please stay where you're at. No need to get up. Just continue to rest. I've been closing all of these morning classes this week with the same 2 chants, and so I'll close again. If you've been with me all week, you've heard these broken down a few times. So today I'm just going to chant them. Sahana Vavatu, the first chant, and the Mangala mantra is the second chant. I've explained them a few times, but just know that they are both peace chants. They both essentially ask that you be protected, and that any work that you're doing at the moment have a positive effect on the world around you, and that all beings everywhere be happy and free, right? So here we go. I'll send you off today, and remember that we're just having morning class today and tomorrow, so I'll see you back tomorrow morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the continued support. We need it now more than ever, so I thank you for being here. Make sure you thank yourself for being here as well. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Punaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Svasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam Nayena Margena Mahim Mahisha Gobrahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukheno Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace within us, peace among us. Namaste. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. I'll see you soon. Adios.